In this video, we will cover customizing mode settings with computer control for the LightWELD 1500. All users must review the user guide in its entirety and be fully trained before using LightWELD. Make sure to review all the safety information in the user guide. Do not operate without both the IPG welding helmet, with shield provided with LightWELD, and proper safety glasses, certified for approximately 1070 nanometers. Make sure everyone present during laser operation is also equally protected. Now, let's go over how to connect your laptop or PC to the LightWELD 1500. In order to access the LightWELD 1500's web page interface, you must first connect a PC to the welder's Ethernet port with your own Ethernet cable. The LightWELD 1500 uses a fixed static IP address. In order to communicate with the laser welder, the host computer should be configured to have a static address and to be on the same subnet as the LightWELD 1500. The table on the screen shows the default IP configuration for the laser welder and the IP settings to use when configuring your PC. Now, let's walk through the steps of setting up your Windows computer Ethernet configuration for the LightWELD 1500. First, open your Windows control panel and then select Network and Internet, then select the Network and Sharing Center option. In the Active Networks list, click on the local area connection corresponding to your network interface or USB Ethernet adapter. Please note that might be labeled as unidentified network. On the local area connection status window, click on Properties. On the local area connection properties window, select Internet Protocol version 4, TCP/IPv4, and then click the Properties button. Select the Radio button 4, use the following IP address. Fill out the fields for IP address and subnet mask. For example, the IP address could be 10.0.0.1 and the subnet mask could be 255.255.255.0. You do not need to fill in the default gateway. Once you are done, click on the OK button at the bottom. Your Ethernet configuration is now complete. Now, we will go over the LightWELD 1500 web page interface. To access this web page interface, it is recommended to use an updated version of Google Chrome or Firefox web browser. In the address search bar, type the IP address for your LightWELD 1500 and press Enter. The default, as previously mentioned, is 10.0.0.20. You will then be directed to the web page interface you see on your screen. You can select from 3 available tabs on the web interface. The Welder tab opens the main welder page. Program modes can be updated and created under the Controls section. Welder status and error information is also found here. The Settings tab opens the Network Settings page. The network IP address configuration for the LightWELD 1500 can be updated here. For DHCP enabled, these fields will display default network settings that will be used only in the case where the device was unable to connect to the DHCP assigned IP address at startup. Once you have made your changes, click the Save button to confirm changes. You must reboot the LightWELD 1500 for changes to take effect. Please note, the local hostname should not be changed. The Support tab opens the product support page. Software and firmware revision information is located here. Now let's go into more detail on how you can customize modes for the LightWELD 1500. Just like using the front panel controls, the web page interface enables you to make changes to different mode parameters. In this example, we have adjusted the laser power and wobble length for user mode 1. After entering your changes, be sure to save your changes using the Save button. Depending on which mode is selected, the mode parameters that must be configured will change as indicated in the image on your screen. In this example, we are updating the parameters for stitch mode under User Program 4. As you can see, we are changing the ramp-up time, laser on time, wobble frequency, and wobble length. We will then save our settings. To restore the previous settings, click on the Restore button. Now you can see the stitch mode parameters have been restored. For your convenience, more information on particular parameters can be found in the user guide. Now, let's go over the welder status section. The welder status section is a graphical representation of the LightWELD 1500's front panel indicators. This will enable you to troubleshoot which particular status or alarms are causing the error or warning. In the welder status section, when all interlocks are satisfied, the main indicator in the welder status pane will be green. Clicking on the circle with the plus sign will expand to show the list of 8 interlocks that must all be satisfied before welding can begin. If the 8 interlock indicators are lit green, it means interlock status is okay. Welding can now begin. If there is an interlock error, that particular interlock indicator will be lit red. The main warning indicator will be lit yellow when there is a warning. If there are no warnings, it will be the default gray. Clicking on the circle with the plus sign will expand to show the list of warnings. Currently there are warnings for no gas, temperature, and the guide laser not working. Warnings do not prevent laser emission from being turned on and will not turn off laser emission. The main alarm indicator will be lit red when the unit is in an error state. Clicking on the circle with the plus sign will expand to show the full list of possible errors. If there is an error, that particular alarm will be lit red. For more detailed information about the error codes, you can refer to the user manual. When there is an error, the front panel display for power will specify the error code which will correspond to the particular alarm. Unlike warnings, if an error occurs during welding, it will turn off laser emission. Use the Clear Alarms button to clear all alarms. This concludes computer control for customized settings for the LightWELD 1500. Please watch our other videos for additional operating instructions and laser welding tips.